Hi, my name is Kiera, and welcome to our natural install series. So right now, my client has a natural sew-in that we just installed, and we are about to blend her leave out. So when blending her leave out, what we want is we want to keep a natural look, but we want to blend that natural textured hair with these extensions. So I'm going to be using a couple things. I'm going to be using my Care wax stick, and I'm going to show you guys how I use a little bit of that and smooth the hair out. For her edges, we don't want a wet look. We don't like the edge control look. So we're going to be using our tea tree shaping cream to make our edges nice and neat and blended. And we're going to blend it in with the hair. Then we'll be able to, these extensions should be undetectable. When you get a good install, they should already be undetectable, but as you can see, her roots are a little puffy, and we want to silk all of that out. We're going to use some hot tools. I'm going to use my stove and my pressing comb, but I'll also link below where you can get a pressing comb that is able to be plugged in. So I also use this one that you can plug in, and you can plug it in, does the same thing. I just am used to the stove. I'm a little old school. I grew up in the salon, so I'm just used to what I'm used to. But this works just as well, and when I'm at home, I'll definitely use that. So we're going to be using this to get those roots nice and sleek. We're going to use our product to help us blend the hair with the extensions, and it's going to look extremely natural and flawless. Okay, so let's get started. I have my Care wax stick, and I just like to put a little bit on my hand and run it through the hair. This smooths all the flyaways. It also gives the hair a nice shine, and it kind of blends that natural texture right along with our extensions. So I like to put that through, not too much. I just like to rub it in, make sure it is all throughout the hair, and then I comb it through. Once this is done, then the hair is prepped and ready for me to start using my pressing comb. Again, I use a stove pressing comb at work, but when I'm at home, I will definitely pull out the plug-in, which is just as good. The only secret here is that you want to use the back of that comb. So the teeth is not what's straightening the hair, it's the back of that hot comb. So make sure that you are putting the teeth through the hair and turning it backwards to get that hair nice and bone straight. Now pull up those edges. You don't want to burn yourself. So I like to make a nice tug on the hair so that I can separate it from her scalp. And then I like to go in with my pressing comb and go ahead and smooth those edges out. This helps me to really get those edges nice and flat and allows those edges to stay straight a lot longer than it would if you just use a normal flat iron. So here I am taking my time. I'm lifting those edges up, and I'm using the back of that flat iron to go in and smooth that hair out. She does not have a relaxer, so this is best for her, and it keeps her smooth throughout the week. After I use my pressing comb, I do like to go in with my flat iron, which you'll see me doing next. And that just helps me to mold the hair. What I do like to do is when I'm using my flat iron, I like to take a little bit of the extension hair along with her natural hair to blend those ends. So I know you guys have seen it where you straighten out your leave out and you press it against the extensions and you still see the end of those extensions. This will help out a tremendous amount. So when you go in to use your flat iron, pick up a little bit of that extension hair and blend it out. And that'll help you to blend both your natural hair and the extensions together, and it will give you a seamless look. Also, because you've placed that Care wax stick on there and we've ran it through, that product is going to also help to smooth in all of those little flyaways, the ends of the hair, and it just really allows the details to hide with the extension. So that is so important. So this is not a step that you want to miss. Okay, so I'm just going to go all the way through all of her edges to get those edges and her roots nice and pressed out. We want it nice and pressed out. I'm using the Babyliss flat iron. I do not recommend it for my clients. It is heavy duty, and I do not want you girls to burn your hair out at home. So I do not recommend it for at home use unless you are a pro and you definitely know what you are doing. I recommend the H2 Pro, and that is the best at home iron I could tell you to get, and it works just as well, but you just want to watch your heat settings. So at home, I would not go over 400 degrees. So stay at 400 and under, depending on your hair density and your texture. If you have really dense hair and you have really coarse texture, you can use up to 400. If your hair is not that dense and your texture is wavy, straight, I would use more towards 350, 300. So I'm just going through, straightening that hair, making sure I'm blending it with her leave out, making sure that those ends are sealed, and we are going to have a great finish. I could already tell. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish that up, and I'll be back with you guys. If you are not handy with a pressing comb, you will always get to an edge flat iron and it will do the same thing. So with my flat edge flat iron, same deal. I'm gonna go as close as I can. I'm gonna pull that hair up and I'm gonna straighten it with the edge. Just a little tip for my newbies. We're just starting out and been traumatized by pressing comb because we know that. A lot of people hire editors.